This issue brings an introduction to Kakashi's sequel. Entering the midst of a gust of wind, Kakashi's first opponent is Okuyashiha Itachi. Last encounter, Kakashi was completely defeated by Itachi's moon reading. This can be said to be his battle for legitimacy. However, it should be noted that this time it's just a clone he made using the technique of elephant rotation. Only 1/3 of my own strength. It is not possible to use daylight. Zuzu Oneng, whose ultimate moves. The purpose of Itachi is only to delay Kakashi and others, waiting for the completion of the ceremony to extract the Mile of Luo Tail Beast. As mentioned in the previous video, Kakashi was instantly killed by Itachi before. To a large extent, it is due to a lack of understanding of the power of the Mange Kyoshirin-an. This time is different. He also mastered the mysteries of the kaleidoscope himself. Both parties just met. Kakashi first pointed out characteristics of monthly reading. Itachi was slightly surprised. And Kakashi asked Itachi, "To what extent has your vision deteriorated?" Itachi was shocked and turned pale. It's obvious. He realized that Kakashi might have also opened the kaleidoscope. Kakashi said this time it won't be like last time. Kakashi won the monthly reading again during the battle. This time it's not one giant piercing through the heart, but it's a dimensionality reduction strike. However, Kakashi was not affected, so this is just his shadow clone. The strategy he came up with. It's about using shadow clone to fight against moon reading. Kakashi-ban successfully defeated Itachi's clone in this battle, but Itachi also successfully held them back. Both sides did not demonstrate their true strength. However, Kakashi's conversation with the two of them, laying the groundwork for the opening of the kaleidoscope next, when Kakashi-ban arrives at the enemy stronghold. I love that Lo has already cooled down. Did Allah take away the body of loved Luo? Angry Naruto chased after him. Kakashi followed closely behind. But did Allah can fly at high altitude? Ordinary ninjutsu and ninja tools have insufficient range. Naruto was so anxious that he wanted to explode the 9 tails. At this moment Kakashi said, "The opponent is a ranged attack ninja. Must be proficient in remote attacks, or possessing remote assistance capabilities. Of course, a smart mind like Umaru is also possible." Guess what Kakashi will say next? He said, "And he can use remote assisted ninjutsu for upper ninja." Next Kakashi said, "I just learned a very powerful technique. Preparing for the millennium kill." What millennium killing? It is the divine power of the Mange Kyoshirin-an. But this is Kakashi's first time using Shunwi-I. Very unskilled. Not only does it take a long time to brew, and the aiming speed is also very slow. Of course, high-speed movement of the target and interference from obstructions are also some of the reasons. In the end, Shunwi-I missed the target, not directly twisting Did Alo's head, but he also pulled off one of his arms. At this point, Did Allah had lost both arms. Previously, I was hit and my love was pulled away, unable to use ninjutsu. Wanted to escape but was intercepted by Kaiban, who arrived. Did Allah had no choice but to use his ultimate art. One self-destruct. Powerful flames and shockwaves engulfed everyone, and nothing happened. Of course Did Allah didn't die so easily either. The only thing that exploded was his Kai clone. Shunwi-I's debut was quite good, although there were ink marks on the target when Did Allah's arm was twisted in front of him. But later on, the transfer explosion was very shocking. This is also the first time that the power of another dimension has appeared in The Legend of the Wind. It means that the setting of ninjutsu is one dimension higher than before. Similarly, there was the later Shenlo Wotian's Eng, Dozuong Nenghu, immortal skills, etc. However, after this battle, Kakashi is lying down again. It seems like every time Kakashi finishes playing, he has to lie in bed for a while. Probably the most realistic portrayal of chakra in the setting of Hokage. After, when Kakashi taught Naruto to develop the spiral handheld sword, the terrible news of Asuma's death has arrived. The dear Maru squad intends revenge. Kakashi volunteered voluntarily. The opponent this time is the Horn of the Shao organization. The character Jiaoyu has comprehensive strength, proficient in advanced ninjutsu with 5 attributes, simultaneously able to harden the body, having powerful physical skills. The most important thing is that he can use secret techniques to steal someone else's heart, can live forever and never die. Zheng threw a sword in his hand between the 1,000-handed pillars 800 miles away. He is a man who fought against the first Hokage, opening Diamaru shadow binding technique. Cooperate with Ding Xi's meatball tank to hit directly, but the horns have hardened their bodies. No damage at all. Kakashi lurking nearby. I have seen through this hardening ability, which is a soil property. So he launched a surprise attack with a thunderbolt. Attribute restraint hits critical hits. Directly drop the earth attribute heart of Jiaoyu in seconds. At the same time, Kakashi took the opportunity to draw it above his blood in preparation for everything. Indeed, the battle did not end here. The corner appeared intact and undamaged, and he took off his cloak to reveal his secret. 4 faceless monsters with different attributes emerged from his body. However, the faceless monster with a soil attribute collapsed directly. Kakashi realized, thus now Lei Che solved one. I want to kill the enemy. We still need to kill the other party 4 times. But it's not easy. Every faceless monster can use high-level ninjutsu with corresponding attributes. The release speed is very fast. For people working together are even more difficult to resist. The Thunder Ninja technique of the faceless monster with thunder attribute. Let Kakashi use both hands to cut and block it. And the enemy is not only the horn capital, there are also flying segments. A front row hand-to-hand combat with an immortal body. Output from behind for gun emplacements. There is really no chance of winning. However, Kakashi is not alone on this side either. How could there be no strategy for him to be with these 2 geniuses? Kagura started counterattack. Umeru used his shadow to pull Fade Wan away. Kakashi can finally get close to Jiaoyu. I didn't expect the other party's physical skills to be as good as mine. Ancestral swordsmanship did not take advantage of it either. Enemies fire. The wind attribute faceless monster has been fused. The stronger wind and fire make Kakashi's water unable to resist. Kakashi is in crisis. Critical moments. The 2 buff blood handed over to Luan worked. Fei Duan pit teammate successfully cursed the horns. So Jiaoyu knelt down with a bewildered expression on his face. The heart of the body is destroyed, but there are still 3 hearts in the corner. The 3 attribute faceless monster has merged into a new monster. Powerful fusion in jutsu attacks Kakashi. Thus completed at this moment. As Naruto, who is skilled in ninjutsu, has arrived. Daiwa also came along. Sakura, Soki et al. The situation suddenly reversed. The corners have turned into 1-7. And Kakashi, Naruto, Yamato is capable of fighting. The outcome of Jiaoyu can be foreseen. Finally Naruto used his spiral sword to defeat the horns. Kakashi lay cutting and repairing knife. This battle, Kakashi and Kakashi are not one-on-one. I have Luan's help on my end. There are flying segments causing trouble on the enemy's side. Later on it even became Naruto's performance. But before Naruto arrived, there are only 3 hearts left in Jiaoyu. The fewer hearts there are, the weaker they will inevitably be. And Kakashi's divine power is useless even once. Fight until the end. Kakashi's chances of winning should be relatively high. After all, this is his first time jumping around after the war and not going to the hospital, indicating that chakra still retains a lot. Afterwards, Pain invaded Konoha. Kill all directions. Kakashi's opponent is Pained Endo. This is also the only battle Kakashi has lost. Before his death, Tiandao was Mihiko, Changmen's close friend, founder of Shao Organization. He is also the leader on the surface, having over 90 of the strength of Changmen. Chenlo Wotian's Eng, Wanshi Tna in, earthly explosions, celestial stars, and other dimensional reincarnation I pupil technique. Only the heavenly way can be used. Basically, a way of heaven is equivalent to pain. The other 5 paths are just auxiliary. Considering that the Naruto explosion Rokuo in the immortal mode is not a match for it, it's not surprising that Kakashi will lose. However, this battle is not one-sided. Even created an opportunity to defeat the heavenly Tao at one point, after Kakashi was bounced open by the Shinatenzo for the first time. I don't know the background of my opponent, so he used Lei Dunying's cone to confront the enemy. Discovered that even ninjutsu had been ejected. The other party uses all kinds of heavenly lure. The cone cannot resist. Pierced by the Asura path, transformed into lightning unnumbed the enemy. At this moment reinforcements have arrived, defeated Shura Dao. However, it was precisely this detail that ultimately led to Kakashi's failure. He had already gathered chakra and wanted to use Lex to take down Shura Dao. I didn't expect Ding Ci and his son to be the first to take action. Although I am very grateful that they saved me chakra. This led to the later blocking of knives. Kakashi discovered from his teammates' attack. Pain doesn't use the Shenlo Wotian's Eng to deflect every attack. There will still be situations of evasion. So he quickly threw out the bitter test to verify this point. Kakashi discovered Pain's weakness. The Shenlo Wo Heavenly Expedition does exist. CD of this. CD takes about 5 seconds. Based on this, Kakashi formulated countermeasures. Use Earth to escape and launch a surprise attack from underground. Accompanying the assault, bury the iron chain. Ding Ci and his son simultaneously attacked with meat bullet tanks. After the Shenwo Heavenly Expedition was launched, take advantage of the vacuum period and use the lector immediately. Pain was bound by iron chains. Shenlo Wotian's Eng is also here. CD it seems like success is imminent. At this moment, Shuradao suddenly flashed out. Locked leech. Kakashi continues to inject chakra and wants to wear it for two. But it's already too late. Other party, CD get better. Once again he defeated everyone present with the Shenlo Heavenly Expedition. Watching Kakashi fall to the ground, Pain didn't dare to approach easily. But instead, a nail was shot out. Pain was mesmerized by Kakashi's superb acting skills. I thought he was dead. I am leaving. In fact, Kakashi used divine power to transfer the nail. He asked Ding Ci to inform everyone about Pain's weaknesses. At this moment, Dao moved again. He used his final strength to launch a tracking missile. Kakashi is now on the brink of death. In order to share Pain's weaknesses with everyone, he once again used his divine power to transfer the missile. Exhausted Kakuren died. Let's take a look at this battle. The gap in strength between the two sides is significant. If Pain had used the Earth Explosion Star or the Super God Lu Yang's Eng from the beginning, naturally it can instantly kill Kakashi. However, Pain did not expect it. Kakashi can discover his own weaknesses. This gave him a chance to defeat Pain. Although the gods fought when Pain hit Naruto behind Bij Ing, but in the end, it was also killed by an ordinary spiral pill. If Ding Ci and his son hadn't punched Shuradao at that time, but let Kakashi's legs ensure the kill. Maybe there's really a chance to defeat him. Yes, of course, this strategic victory. If it is related to the development of the plot, it's definitely not allowed. After Kakashi, he was also resurrected by Nagato's reincarnation arc. Later on, it's the eve of the ninja war. Kakashi confronts Sasuke. Sasuke is no longer the same as before. The kaleidoscope with eyes must be accompanied by Nenhu, and also obtain the skylight of the weasel. But the battle with Tuan Zhang just now. I have overused the kaleidoscope. Kakashi is in his prime. The dialogue between the two before the war is worth mentioning. Kakashi compared himself to the third Hokage, comparing Sasuke to Orochimaru. Watching my most adorable disciple fall into depravity, the pain of having to be an enemy, and the consciousness of never giving up, a mood of the third Hokage. I can empathize with you right now. It can be seen that Kakashi's favorite disciple back then, maybe it's this one with eyes like Obi Tooth, Uchiha Sasuke, who was awarded the 1,000 birds by himself. Kakashi advises Sasuke for the last time. Don't be blinded by revenge. Sasuke sneered and said, bring your parents, my tribe, and return it to me. I will give up revenge. This encounter was brief. Sasuke uses Susanoo to attack, transferred by Kakashi's divine power, almost blind in both eyes directly. Kakashi decided to kill Sasuke. Naruto stopped him. He said he would never give up on Sasuke. At this moment, Tuan Baiju appeared, took Sasuke away. After the outbreak of the ninja war, Kakashi serves as the captain of the 3rd Division, sealed the 7 members of the Misty Ninja Blade who were reincarnated and resurrected from the filth. With Naruto, Akai meets up, join forces to fight against Tsukaya and Earth. In fact, compared to his original strength, Obi-2 at this moment, it can be said to be relatively weak, because he only has one sharing and the other reincarnation eye is spotted, so I can't drive Susanoo, mainly relying on single-eye defensive divine power combat. So as long as the Vertesha Willingness ability of the soil is cracked, we can defeat him, and the only person who can crack it is Kakashi. This battle lasts for 100 episodes. A large number of participants in the war. Specific details. Let's not talk about it for now. In the future, a special introduction on soil will be made. After washing with soil and whitening, Uchiha Madara resurrected. Extract the 9 tails from Naruto's body, becoming a pillar of the 10-tailed people. 6 modes have been activated. Kakashi transferred Naruto to another space, dealing with 6 spots with Akai and others. Akai opened the last door, a dead door. Intend to die with bang. Kakashi used his divine power to tear open the defense of the Seeking Dao Jade, create opportunities for Akai. Battle he. It's already the limit that Kakashi can reach. At this stage, ninjutsu has long been ineffective. Only immortal skills, pupil surgery and body surgery can be effective. Kakashi's one-eyed kaleidoscope is powerless. Finally, Akai burned off his life, damaged the spot with Ikai, but ultimately failed to complete the kill. Spot will quickly recover with the power of the 6 paths. In the final battle with Kai has activated the super gravity field. Everyone present, even Kai herself, was pinned to the ground and unable to move. There is a super large one appearing here. The Eugene, Naruto and Sasuke were pressed to the ground by gravity. Watching Kai's co-killer Ashbone shoot towards him, pinned down, Kakashi and Obi-2 were able to run over and block their knives. Obi-2 used his divine power to transfer the gray bone that was shot towards Kakashi, being stabbed oneself. Before death, Obi-2 used his divine power to enter Kakashi's spiritual world. I gave him the Sharingan again, and this time it's a binocular kaleidoscope. Speaking with soil, it's hard to be alone with Lin in that world. I don't want Kakashi to come over immediately. I don't want him to be helpless here like a scarecrow. Kakashi instantly activated the full body of Sasuke Nanghu, liberated all the power of Shenhui. You should know that the soil of the kaleidoscope with both eyes has not yet bloomed. Kakashi is a non-Uchiha tribe member. Not only did they immediately open the entire room, and Shenhui used it with incredible skill, immediately developed the divine might hand sword. Even Shenhui Leiche. It's true that it was developed at the age of 12, a genius of S-level ninjutsu. Finally, Vertitia Willingness ignores Kai-I's attack. We dealt a heavy blow to this final product with the divine power of thunder. VOSS, you should know that Kai-A can absorb any ninja technique. This indicates that Shenhui Leiche is at least at the level of immortal magic or above. In Naruto, Sasuke sealed Kai-I time. At a critical moment, Kakashi once again used his divine power to deflect Kai-I's final blow. Kakashi Ban successfully sealed the enemy. After the end of the ninja war, Kakashi became the 6th Hokage as scheduled. Although the ability to write lies has been lost at this point, that is because Naruto is over. This video ends here. Viewers who like it are still encouraged to follow. Collection, coin support. Thank you everyone.